Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be talking about the Patek Philippe 5159J. That's the model number for this, a Grand Complication watch, and certainly it is extremely complicated. Well, at least in terms of its functionality. That's what gives it the name, the Grand Complication. This one's a perpetual calendar with what they call a retrograde date hand. More on that in a moment, but first we'll be talking about all the features of this watch, including the case, the dial, the crown functions, the movement, as well as the strap, and I'll be giving you my thoughts on all these features throughout this video. Now, starting off with the case, we have what they measured is a 38 millimeter. It's about 38 millimeters. It wears actually a little bit smaller, but I'll be showing you that when I put it on my wrist to give you a frame of reference. 38 millimeters from the 2 to 8 position, or from the 10 to 4 position, the basic diagonal, 38 millimeters. It's only 11.8 millimeters thick, or 11.8 millimeters thin. Even though it looks a little bit thicker than that, it will slide very nicely under a suit cuff. The dial, or actually no, continue on with the case here, we have a full high polish on this case going all the way around, entirely in yellow gold. As you can see, these lugs are only really there to really hold on to the strap, and very securely as well. Also, if you'll note, there's little pusher locations all around this watch, 2 at the 6 o'clock side, 1 underneath the winding crown, and 1 just before the noon 12 o'clock position. More on that in a moment, actually. All right, so again, all yellow gold. There's a sapphire crystal on the front and also on the case back, protected by a hunter style case opening back. So let me open up this strap here, and we can actually see that you can actually see the movement through the case back, sort of indicative of the older style pocket watches from about the World War I era, before, you know, the very beginning of the 20th century. All right, so it has that hunter style opening, snaps shut very nicely. Along with the overall presentation here, a very rounded, perfectly round case, giving it that sort of officer style watch, very evocative of that time period, the early 20th century. We have what they call an Opaline white dial. It's basically a white dial with a hand guillocheted center area, if I can zoom in as close as I can, entirely hand finished on that dial. All the intricacies that you can see that honestly don't get really picked up by a video. You have to look at it with a loupe. It's intricate, it's amazing. Overall, a matte finish on this dial, so it's not highly reflective, makes it easier to read, honestly. And the white background with black text, as you can see, Roman numerals as well as Arabic numerals for the minutes. The Roman numerals, nice and tall, stretched out, gives it that sense of, you know, dignity and upright, just overall very elegant in its presentation, sort of fitting in with this overall aesthetic of the officer's watch, the pocket watch, that era of timekeeping. The hands here also reflecting that with the Lance style seconds hand, and also the date apertures sort of scattered about. Well, we don't actually have a date aperture. We have a day aperture, a year aperture, sort of, and month aperture with a date wheel. This is the retrograde flyback sort of date complication. All right, and now what makes this watch so special? Well, actually, if you consider that this is a Grand Complication, it keeps track of time for 1,461 days at a time. That's literally 4 years, and that's how it keeps track of the leap year. So if you take a look at the aperture just under the 12 o'clock, there's a Roman numeral number 1. If you advance that one, if you advance the month forward throughout the years, it moves up to a Roman numeral 4. 4 being the actual leap year, at which point the date hand, as you can see red tipped underneath that hour hand, actually shows 29 days for the month of February. All the other years, February will only go up to 28 days, right? And also, it keeps track of which months have 31 days and 30 days. And once it reaches the end of that month cycle, it will automatically, the date hand will automatically fly backward, giving that retrograde movement, that physical movement of the counterclockwise sweep. So fast you won't even see it. Fly all the way back to the first of the next month, at which point the aperture displaying the month at the 3 o'clock will actually advance to the next month. Now, I haven't tested this myself, but you can actually advance the day and the date using the top pusher here, using the supplied yellow gold pusher as well. All right, so pressing it down, actually let me line this up. You have to actuate it, pressing it all the way down, all right? And as you can see, that red tipped hand is slowly moving across along with the day aperture rather, at the 9 o'clock position, advancing forward. And this is if you absolutely need to. Once you actually set this perfectly to your time, your day, your month, and your year within the leap year cycle, you won't actually have to do this until February of 2100. That's literally almost 80 years from now. So yeah, that's what makes this incredible. And as you can see, just the physical movement of moving it to the 28th of February moved it to the 1st of March. So as you can see, even the manual adjustment of that date using the pusher was actually kept within the context of the actual calendar. Now checking out this second pusher here at the 3 o'clock position, this one advances a month, and by extension the year, at least within the cycle of the 4-year leap year cycle. All right, so once you move past December, go into January, and now the Roman numeral displayed at the top aperture is a number 2. That's 2 years after the leap year. And so once you advance the month all the way back around to the next year, you'll see the number Roman numeral 3, as you can see right there. Moving it to the 4th year in the leap year cycle, this is the actual leap year. So let's move to February. And you can then notice that the day, or rather the date, will advance automatically after the 29th. And then if I press it one more time, March 1st. All right. And now these last two pushers down here, I believe the third one is the moon phase. This one adjusts the phase of the moon at the 6 o'clock position. Yes, one actuation equals 1 day. So the easiest way to do so is to set it to a new moon and then just press it for however many days since the last new moon to advance the waxing crescent, waxing gibbous to the full moon, and then to the waning crescent, waning gibbous, or waning gibbous, waning crescent moons. And finally, this last pusher is only to advance the day aperture at the 9 o'clock position, right? And so doing so, you only move the day wheel. As you can see, nothing else is changing. So if you're, setting this for the first time, this is extremely helpful to help you remember which day of the week it is, right? And it just cycles forward without affecting any of the other complications here, right? And so that's what makes this the grand complication, because all of these working together and even separately is just an amazing feat of engineering from Patek Philippe. And so basically what makes this work is actually one more thing. I forgot the basic function here. At the base position for the winding crown, you can wind the watch. So about 10 winds is all you need to get to the full power reserve. More on that in a moment, why it's only 10. All right, you can pull it out to the next position, and this literally does nothing. This is sort of a legacy position that really doesn't do anything for the watch. But if you pull the crown out to the final position, note that the seconds hand is still going, but you can adjust the minute hand by rotating the crown. Now, if you put a little bit of pressure on that minute hand going backward, you can actually make that seconds hand move backward or even stop. And that is sort of part of the Patek Philippe movement magic there. If you're experienced with setting the time on a Patek Philippe watch, you can use this to sort of get your own manual version of the hacking seconds function that you would find in many other watchmakers' movements. All right, so set it, and to ensure that superior water resistance, I believe down to 100 meters or 30 feet, or no, it's actually only 30 meters of water resistance. So I actually wouldn't take this further than surface swimmable, and honestly, for a watch like this, you probably won't be going into the water anytime soon, given that it does come on a leather strap, and only on a leather strap. More on that in a second, but first, what makes all of this work? It is the 324S QR self-winding movement. Now, I was going to say you can't see it through the case back, but you actually can, again, using this hunter style case back opening. Nice high polish on the inside of that case opening there. You can see that there are hallmarks as well to reflect that you are working indeed with yellow gold here. And on the inside, we have the movement as well. All right, a perpetual calendar with retrograde date hand, as I showed earlier. It has a diameter of only 28 millimeters. It's 5.35 millimeters thick, 361 total parts with 30 jewels. It has a power reserve of between 35 and 45 hours. So that's less than 2 days. You have fewer than 2 days, less than 2 days, if you were to set this watch down. Now, setting this down, this watch actually does come brand new with a winder integrated into the box. And so when you place this down into its box, you can actually flip a switch on the box to turn on the winder, and doing so will allow this watch to basically rotate in place 4 times an hour, and that allows you to keep that power reserve. More importantly, you keep the time, the day, the date, the month, the year, as well as even the moon phase and the day of the week, without actually having to rely on the pusher every couple days. So very good and thoughtful supply from Patek Philippe there. Again, this movement has a 21 karat winding gold central rotor. As you can see on the inside, it allows you to wind the watch as you wear it on the wrist. So if you wear this every day, then there's no need to worry about the winding of this watch. It'll stay wound on your wrist thanks to the natural movements of your wrist. It keeps a vibration per hour rating of 28,800 vibrations per hour, or 4 Hertz. That's 8 little ticks of that center mounted seconds hand, keeping that very accurate and even precise timekeeping that you would know that Patek Philippe would have. They also has a Spiramax balance spring with a Gyromax balance. So what does that mean? That means you can get relatively close to magnets, you can take a few bumps, and it'll be keeping track of time just fine. No issue there. All right, now onto the strap here. A very excellent framing from Patek Philippe, a brown alligator leather strap, large scales, becoming smaller and smaller as you reach this clasp. This clasp is also a pin buckle. As you can see, it's a fold-over clasp, entirely yellow gold, complete with my fingerprints as well, as you can see. And the pin buckle on the inside allows you to set this on the fly should you ever need it. A nice tan finish on the underneath with a matching brown stitching that goes all the way through. All right, and now on the wrist, how does it look? Well, let's see. Keep in mind that there are minor loops, so be sure to thread it first before pressing it onto the hand. Now, also keep in mind that this is the Patek Philippe seal, this Genève, or this Geneva cross right here on this clasp. All right, now on the wrist, 38 millimeters in diameter. This one has a lug-to-lug distance of 46.5 millimeters, and actually that's pretty short for a watch that has so much in it. Keep in mind, my wrist is 7 inches in circumference or 18 centimeters. So for me, this is actually a bit on the larger side, but I think I can forgive that because of the way that these lugs work. That lug-to-lug distance of 46.5 millimeters is actually, again, a bit smaller than I would actually expect for a watch like this. So I do get plenty good framing of that bracelet, that strap, that leather strap going all the way around my wrist. And thanks to the minder loops, it keeps it nice and tight against my wrist. Going down the wrist here, there's a nice profile here, just under 12 centimeters, slides very nicely under a suit cuff, will definitely fit under a jacket sleeve. Nice venting of the wrist, thanks to how these lugs sort of protrude actually a little bit farther than it seems, but, well, not as far as it seems, but it seems farther than it really is. That's the phrase I'm looking for. So there's plenty of space underneath the lugs, at least for me. If you have a larger wrist, maybe not so much, but there's plenty of space between the band and the case for, you know, good wearability, especially on a leather strap such as this. Fits very nice on the wrist, and with all of that complication on here, I can't complain. It's incredibly light for how it is, especially with the solid yellow gold construction. Keep in mind that if you do want to switch out these straps, you will require the use of the correct size of screwdriver to unscrew this. So keep that in mind. Not that it's too hard to change out straps, you just need the time and experience to do so. So enough of what I think. What do you guys think about this watch? Let us know down in the comments below. And would you pick this one up, or would you pick up the rose gold version, or even the white gold version of this watch? You can see all of those on our website at jazztime.com, where you can get any of these watches for the lowest possible price anywhere on the internet. All right, and be sure to subscribe to this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, visit our website at jazztime.com. Links in the description below, where you can get it for the lowest possible price online. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page, where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.